ॐ अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन परमानन्दं सद्गुरुम्. By the grace of Universal Master Sachidananda Paramatma, which is omnipresence, omnipotent, omniconsciousness, omni-knower on this world, which has several names in all the countries. He is one and one. By the grace of that Almighty God, we are taking the 15th verse of Srimad Bhagavad Geeta, chapter 3. My dear friend, the verse is like this. कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि ब्रह्माक्षर समुद्भवम् तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्ययज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्. ब्रह्म अक्षर समुद्भवम् तस्मात् सर्वगतम्. This is only two words. Brahma Akshar Samudbhavam Tasmat Sarvagatam. As it is, rest stanza as it is. Karma, it means all the group of the activities. Brahmodbhavam, you know that they are origin by the consciousness. Vidhi, you know, Brahma, it means the knowing. Aksharaha, it means that is never destroy, because that is comes by the existence. Tasmat, therefore, it is proved that Sarvagatam, His omnipresence, Brahma, that is the supreme existence, Paramatma, Nityam, always, Yagya, in the Yagya, Pratishtitam, it means established. My dear Arjun, all the actions and the activities of the nature, you know that they are originated by the Veda, it means the Jnana, it means the consciousness. And all the Veda, it means the Jnana, it means the consciousness. They are originated by the Paramatma, immortal. If you know this, then you will know that omnipresence Paramatma is never destroyed and Paramatma is ever present in your divine path, Yajna. My dear friend, the Sadguru Sachidananda Paramatma the master of millions, uncountable galaxies, and the billions of the uncountable universes. His presence is the miraculous manner. He is living in the space of an atom, between the nucleus and the electron to the all world. My dear friend, what can a master do if your language is not appropriate to show that supreme knowledge of enlightenment, because your knowledge is only limited in very small area, and your language is comes by your knowledge, and existence of God is universal. There is billions of universes and billions into billions Earth-like planets in the territory of the existence. So sometime the Guru, the Master, take the example suitable as your intellectual standard, but it is not that Master is giving you the wrong knowledge. Your all consciousness, your all knowing, even your sensory organs knowing also. That is the basic cause your actions and activities. If you have no consciousness, then you cannot do any work, as the dead body cannot do any work. So the Krishna telling in this sense, karma brahmodbhavam, all the action and activities originated even when a person is alive and conscious. So this life is the origin of the karmas, and this life is not like that as you understanding. When you will know, you vidhi, it means you will know by the meditation of Sakshi. Then you will be know that this all Brahma, it means this existence is not destroyable, immortal. And it is omnipresence, and it is no end and no beginning. And all your knowing, all your consciousness, that is called a Veda, that is called a Brahma. We say in the prayer of Shiva, Brahma Veda Swarupam. This is Brahma, it is only can you know by the meditation. That's why the Lord Shiva always doing the meditation. And the meditation of Shiva never disturb, never break, unbreakable. So the Krishna is telling that this Brahma, Aksharaha, it means that is never decay or destroy. And this all-knowing comes by this Brahma Tattva, by this consciousness. my dear friend. Krishna telling to the Arjuna, my dear Arjun, if you can know the origin of act, where from this action and activities is originated, what is the origin, what is the beginning point of the action and activities. If you know this origin, then you can know Brahmodbhava. It means you can know the knower inside, which is living inside, which is your consciousness. That is an easy way of knowing yourself. Because inner side you are doing the karma, that is the flow of your thoughts. And that is the flow of the thoughts makes the thirst of the desires. And this hungeriness and desires and flow, they make a total effect. And that effect is the doing, that effect is the driving engine of your karma. So, your thoughts is also a language. The diagrammatic language, the picturized language, the video form language. And then this language comes by your tongue, that is called Bakhari Vani, it means that is called your voice. But you do not know. In the root of this voice there is another Vanis, another voices, that is called Para Pashyanti and Madhyama. When you see inside your Para Pashyanti and Madhyama, then you can see that what is the origin and what is the center of your all thoughts. So it can be only possible when you can do the meditation of seeing inside, that is called Sakshi meditation. As you can see inside, as you see the behind of every action and activities, that is called the internal journey, then you will go deeper and deepest. When you go the deeper, then you will found all your thoughts, mind, intellect, mood and ego, they are taking energy from your center. And that center is yours. Atma Swarupa, your soul. And that energy which comes by your soul, that becomes in the different types of the part. The first is the consciousness. Then it comes by your desires and thoughts and hungriness and your inspiration, and that this energy is by the influence of the nature, that is become the Maya. Otherwise Maya is not. Your self energy is modified into the Maya, because that energy is flowing in the outer platforms and outer levels. And that's why the karmas originated. Because all the karmas are not possible without your own energy. That is explosion of your own energy which is coming from your center of your Atma. So the basic root cause of your blindness, of your unknowing, is that because you are not knowing your center of life, your own existence, your own pure and purest form, that unknowing, that unintroductory stage is called ajnana, and you do not seeing that is going by you, by your own energy, or you think that energy and these all the action and the activities comes by your sensory organs. Your sensory organs, like a dead body, they have no energy, they have no powerhouse. Powerhouse is in you, which is the presence of your existence inside, that is called Brahma. And that is called Atma also. And that is Vidhi, it means you know. And that this knowing is called Veda. Veda is not book. Veda is name of the book because Veda can be help you to knowing yourself. So the title of the book Veda is the procedure of knowing, but blind person, they are forget that meaning of the Veda. In Sanskrit language, the meaning of Veda equal to knowing. So, you are not knowing your center of life, you are not knowing your basic origin, you are innocent from your own treasure, that's why you are become the Jiva. Otherwise you are a Shiva, you are a Satchidananda, you are supreme presence of existence. You have nothing dirt and dust inside. You are purest and pure, but you are become impure and dirty because you are forget your own real existence. That's why you are become the Jiva, and then you become the Jiva, then the ego comes in his effect, or ego is not present, but you see that ego is there. My dear friend, when a doctor put you your nose chloroform, and you goes in anesthesia, where is your ego? Where is your ego? So it is proof that ego is hypothetic and projected by the Maya and by the stage of the Jiva. So this ego is, our rishis and munis and enlightened person tell this ego is a misunderstanding. His ego is a hypothetical projection of your illusion of Jiva stage and illusion of your Maya. My dear friend, this ego, this mood, this intellect and your mind, these four are called internal sensory organs or antahkarana. And you must be understand why they are affected, why they are empower you, because you are not knowing your inside presence of pure and purest existence. I want to describe about the Antakarna. Because by blindness of the truth soul or existence, my dear friend, never deviate by the soul word, because in the Western country, the soul known as equivalent of the ghost. The soul is not ghost. Soul is not ghost. Atma is an independent word. There is no word in any language for Atma. Spirit also not Atma. Soul is not Atma. As you have no Atma Sakshatkar, you say enlightenment, as the soul is not synonym of Atma. So this Atma, which is the pure and purest and universal, and Atma is existence. Atma cannot be divided in the millions parts like you are divided in your hypothesis. So when you are not knowing your soul, then the ego comes. The ego is a conspiracy of the nature and unknowing of yourself. What is the symptom of ego? I have tell this already in the chapter 2. You can hear my discourse. And what is the chitta? Chitta is the platform where that is the ego's office. And chitta has a department. Intellect. Intellect is a record room of the office. There is the millions of the floppies, millions of the memories of the millions of the birth. Every file is separate, and maybe sometime the page of any file comes in the dominancy. My dear friend, the third is your mind. The mind is the worker of your office. He is an officer. And the sensory organs, they are the subordinates. So this type, the mind, intellect, mood and ego, they are make the continuous conspiracy and unknownness to your center, and they want to involve you in the periphery, in the outside of your center. So what they do, the mind create the sankalpa and the vikalpa, the thoughts, and the flow of the thoughts, they dominate your chemical changes in the body. And this type of chemical changes, the chemical science, and they are natural motor messages. They goes to the different organs and muscles, and they coordinate and they move them, and they perform all the actions and the activities by 10 sensory organs. And the chemistry and the biochemistry also says this thing, and biology also says this thing, that the chemical messages, they are goes and comes in all the nervous system, neural system, and they are also in endocrine system, and all over your body they command your body's physical structure. So the exposure of the karmas, that is comes by your 10 sensory organs, and these 10 sensory organs, they are only and only apparatus, they are not responsible. The responsible is your mind, and your mind is also not responsible. The responsible behind intellect, the intellect is also not responsible. The responsible is your mood is also not responsible. The responsible your ego, chitta, yes. Responsible is ego. Ego is also not responsible. Who is responsible for worldly action, the activities? That is your ignorance of your existence. That is, you do not know your Atma. You do not know your center of the consciousness. You do not know the origin of godly presence inside of you. That's why this way, by this method, the karmas originated. So the Krishna is telling the karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. So my dear Arjun, you know that all the karmas originated by the Brahma. So in the Geeta, a stranger is also come. Brahmarpanam Brahma vil Brahmagnam Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva tenantavyam Brahma karma samadhina. This all world is the presence of the Brahma, but unknowing of that truth, person think this world is the natural nature, but this all the nature is also Brahma. But when you will know that, you will be stand in your self-realization. This type, the Veda, it means the jnana, it means the knowing, it means the consciousness, make a very, very miraculous difference in your knowing. So Vidhi, it means jnana. Vidhi, it means knowing. Vidhi, it means self-realization. Vidhi, it means total freedom of consciousness. Vidhi is the Brahma Tattva. Vidhi is Atma Sakshatkara. When the darkness completely go away and light of existence, light of God comes, then light of God comes, the ego go away, because ego was only your misunderstanding or hypothetical projection. Then the mind, intellect, mood, they goes and they transform it into the divine condition, and then you will be do your karmas, niyat kuru karmatvam. It means you only do those karmas, they are very, very essential, and that is in your duty. So, when you was not knowing yourself that you are doing the karmas by the inspiration of the engine, as I told, mind, intellect, mood and ego. But when you are self-realized, you are Atma-Jnani, then you do the karmas direct from the existence, and then what will you do? You will do the good karmas. You will teach the persons the truth. You will give the persons divine and pure. You will welfare the persons. And when you say anything, that will become a teaching of the God. So my dear friend, if you want to know the universal presence of the God, you should know that presence inside of you. Because that presence inside of you, in the form of your Atma, in the form of your existence, in the form of your life, in the form of your consciousness, in the form of the knowings of the knowing. Because that is only truth. So only person who is actual religious person who can know inside God. And those person try to know that inside God, they are the real seekers. So the Brahma is Akshara. Akshara, it means he never decay, he never destroy. Because who can destroy? You cannot destroy even the sky. Sky is the material thing. Sky is so minute, you cannot cut sky, you cannot burn sky. Even you bust many hydrogen bombs in sky, but sky will not destroy. So that Atma is the sky of the sky. So how can you destroy that Atma? So he is undestroyable. You know that you are that Atma. So Antavant ime deha, when this body will destroy, but body only destroy, that Atma not destroy. But you are living in unknowing that you feel that body destroy, you feel that you are destroyed, but you are not destroyed. Because you are not a body. You are the existence, you are immortal. So my dear Arjun, it is proof that omnipresence Atma, that consciousness living in everybody and knows everybody. So you are the Brahma, you are the consciousness, you are the source of the life, you are the source of all the energy. Tasmat, therefore, you are the omnipresence. You are living in everybody, in every living beings, at the form of the life. So, you knows everything in everybody by the level of this consciousness. That's why the Sant knows to others' mind, because they are living in this universal soul. But that continuity of the Brahma, that immortality of the Brahma, the knowing of the Brahma is very simple. Because if anybody want to know that Brahma, the Brahma help him, the Satchidananda help him, the existence help him, the God help him. You hear the phrase in English, who help himself, God help them. If you are seeker, if you are lover, if you are inventor, if you are want to know your inside existence, that God help you, God comes in your life in the form of the Sadguru, in the form of the Master. He comes in front of you as your form, as your human body. He comes directly. He is the direct helper of you. So we say Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. The Master is the direct God which is standing in front of you. Because the Brahma Satchidananda Paramatma is omnipresence, and he is presence in every particle of the world. He is so big, so big, so big, he cannot come in front of you. The earth cannot come in front of ant. So he come in front of ant in the form of the ant. He come in front of you in the form of the human. But you do not understand His mercy and His love. Because your hypothetical mind creating many types of dilemmas, dilutions, skill measures, and many types of your own norms. And maybe that person is not fit on your norms, so you reject the Sadguru. But those person, they do not reject the Sadguru, they can know this supreme knowledge of liberation. If you know, the Krishna is telling in this stanza, if you know this truth, then you will be transformed in this truth. You will be established in this truth. Then your life energy, which is coming from the center of your existence, you should reach on that center. Your journey will complete, and then will you know that your mind, intellect, mood and ego, they are already dead things. They are taking this energy from your center, as the wires taking the electricity from the place of the generation of the powerhouse. But if the powerhouse shut down, the wire of electricity, they cannot enlight a bulb even. So my dear friend, that is the main cause of this stanza. Krishna is telling, all energy comes inside from you, and the mind, intellect, mood and ego, they are only the mesmerized structures, and this is the network of the Maya. And when you will know this fact, then you will awake and you will play with the mind, intellect and mood, and you will not caught in the illusion of that mind, intellect and mood. Then you always live in the Atma Sarupa, and Atma Sarupa is Yajna, Paramatma. Yajna means that, Gya means Janna, knowing. You know your truth inside. So my dear friend, unfortunately, in this time, the foolish persons, they do not know the extreme meaning of the yajna. They are doing the karma kanda, they are doing the other activities in the name of the yajna. They are also misguided, and they are misguiding to others also. The purity in the intellect, the micro observation in the intellect, that is not inside of them, so they do not know what is the real meaning of the yajna. This meaning, this fact, this knowledge only comes by the micro vision or the keen observation. And that keen observation comes only by the Sakshi meditation. Therefore, the very essential that everyone must be listen the teaching of the Paramhansas Sadgurus, because they karmakandis, they never like to hear the Paramhansa, they never like to hear the Sadgurus. They are blindly inspired by the earning money and making the other persons fools. They are only hearing the story readers. They have their own. They are blind, and their gurus also blind. So, and that's why that is a punishment for them. They are involved many lives in this type of foolishness, because these all foolishness make unpleasantness. You see the karmakandis, they are not pleased, they are not peaceful, They always burning furnace for new desires every day. Because they do not want to accept the Jnanis, and they always have the enmity, jealous with the Jnanis. And that's why I never be attached with this type of Pakhandis. Because I know they will come in my friendship and they will put the explosive in my work. Because they want to destroy the Jnanis. They are enemy of the Jnanis, because enmity comes. Jnanis always telling truth, or they want to make society blind. So they all accumulated and organized, and they always oppose the Jnanis. They always make the hurdles and conspiracies against the flow of this truth or Jnana, the knowledge. My dear friend, that's why the world is caught in this type of persons. So this world is unpleasant. So this world is full of violence and crimes and living in the bad stage. So this world is facing unnecessary battles and the bars because of the mutual hate. My dear friend, if you are listening to the Jnanis, if this dhyan, this meditation become a big mission in this world, then I am giving you guarantee that this world will transform it into a heaven. Your food, your behavior, your every action and activities that will be pure and purest, and you will become a source of divine love, not become a source of hate. All hate will be eradicated by this meditation, and your life will become a festival of a place, the godly place. So my dear friend, I am praying for the God this meditation introduced in your life, and you will get this meditation. By this meditation, you will be get peace, because only 4 or 5 month practice of this meditation, you will feel that all the tensions and the worries, they are going out. You will feel that all the dilemmas and misunderstanding is going out, because now you are not reader of the book. You are the knower yourself by this meditation. And when you see your every thoughts, and you will detach by the thoughts, and thoughts are responsible for all tension and worries, so you will become the worriedless, tensionless, and when you will become worriedless and tensionless, you will become a peaceful person. And when you become the peaceful person, the tension created diseases like the diabetes, angina, heart attack, blood pressure, they will not come in your life. You are safe and secure from these diseases. So the prevention is better than cure. You are prevented and you are safe from these diseases. Then your money will be accumulated, because the unnecessary wasting of the money will be stopped, and you will gain this savings. That savings will make your family prosperous. Second thing is that when you do this meditation of awareness, then my dear friend, your observation will become very, very keen. When your observation will become very, very keen, then you can see easily if your mind create any type of the fear, and you can see the fear and you can detach from the fear. So the phobia will not come in your life because your observation is keen. If the fear is real, you can counter that fear by necessities, countermeasures. When you do this meditation, any type of guilt comes inside of you, you can see the guilt and detach yourself from the guilt. So the mania will not come in your life. The extremely flow with any subject, that will not come in your life. Because your mind is burdenless and worriedless and tensionless. So there is no possibility of the schizophrenia in your life. Because you are physically fit, mentally fit, then how you become the maid and half mind? Your nervous system, the central nervous system, the periphery nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system, all are become very, very healthy. So there is no need to give the money to the psychiatrist or medical hospitals and the medical wards and the operation theaters. So you are completely mentally and physically healthy person. It is not a small achievement of this meditation. And I want to say, this meditation is not disturbing your religious activities. No, I am not changing your religion, I am changing your awareness. If you are Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, Parsi, Yahudi, any type of religion you follow. But you do this meditation of awareness because this meditation is like a science invention. Every person use the fountain pen. This is the meditation invention like a science invention. So my dear friend, when you do this meditation of awareness, you can easily see incoming anger, and you can detach from anger, and anger creating crimes cannot come in your life. Cutting, murder, fighting, no crime, no police station. No police station, no court trial. No court trial, no bail, no jail. What is safety by this meditation? Great safety. This meditation is internal savior of your life. When you do this meditation, you can see the grid inside. And you can detach from that grid. And you will never involve in any type of conspiracy of economic crime. You will never take any wrong commission, black money, money tracking, drug tracking. You will never involve in any type of economic crime, hawala and other. So you will become a natural moral person. No need of teach of morality from outside. That morality will come from inside. And your schools, your holy books, your religions, they are failed to make you moral. Because you become a moral person, but you are doing immoral functions from inside. But by this meditation, the awareness will be developed, and you yourself will not involve in immorality. Third thing is that when you do this meditation and lust is come, you can see the lust and you can detach from the lust. Then you can not do any type of crime against women, and women will not do crime against men. So that world will be free from the gender crimes. The gender crimes will go away. And the goddesses and the gods, you and your all the family, your sisters, mother, daughters, everyone will be safe by this meditation. This safety, this security, when the lust will go, the love will remain, the divine love will remain. Where there is love, there is no ego. Where there is no ego, there is this complete consciousness. So this type of units of the man, they make the family like a heaven. This type of heaven-like families, they will make the societies like a heaven. The societies makes the nations. The nations will be transformed into the loving brotherhood and family-like nations. When the international level, the nations will love each other and they never want to fight each other. They can understand the convenience of each other. They can solve their all problems on the negotiation table with the love and affection. So there will no need of any bar. If there will no need of any bar, so why nobody will purchase the bombs, fighter jets, tanks, gun carriers, fleets, torpedoes, and submarines and atomic weapons. There will be no neutron bomb, hydrogen bomb and other bombs. And there will be no huge establishment of the defense in every country. Then what will be happen when this meditation will spread? You can save the billions and billions dollars, pound sterling and euros, and that money will be used to help the seekers, help the poor. We can provide the needy person in this earth good shelter, good food, good education, good clothes. As the many countries in this time is facing the crisis, the child is facing the deficit of the food. I see on internet the many countries, they have no nutrition. When this meditation will spread, the brotherhood will spread, the love will spread, the sympathy will spread, the rest mutual bliss will spread, then we will use this use of money in the service of our mother planet, Mother Earth. My dear friend, I want to tell, as this meditation will spread, with this meditation the love will spread, the mutual understanding will spread, then the United Nations organization will become a very effective institution. My dear friend, we will fix the production of the industries for every nation. We can make a division of industrial production. Then there is no any blind competition in industrialization. So we can control, we can cut, we can reduce the greenhouse gas effect, and we can reduce our global warming. So the glaciers on the North Pole and South Pole and the Himalaya, they will not melt. and Alps, they will not melt. So the environment of the earth will be changed by this meditation. So the ecology will be changed by this meditation. Because we will become the merciful. There is no hunting. And there is no killing of the animals. There is no cutting of the trees. We will grow the new forest. So by the forestation, we can make this earth cool as we want. So the ozone layer will be repaired again, my dear friend. Then the earth will be okay, the mind will be okay, the love will be okay, then peace will be okay. So we will take this meditation like a mission. My name of mission is World Peace by Meditation. My dear friend, that's why I am trying as I can do. In the Delhi, 24 July 2016, there will be a meditation camp in Noida. In 13 November, there will be meditation representation in New Jersey. In 17 November, there will be a full meditation camp in Puerto Rico, Mayagüe. In 19 and 20 November, there will be a seminar. This meditation also the subject of the seminar and the 5 or 6 subject also in this seminar. The seminar is sponsored or organized by the Art of Embracing Life. In 22, there will be a full day meditation camp in the capital city of Puerto Rico. And 25, a full day meditation camp in the New York. I will be there. I will help my seekers and lovers and disciples. I am very, very grateful the pupils of the Puerto Rico and the pupils of United States America. I want to request you, please come in this program in the large numbers. And if you want to organize this meditation camp in your country, in your city, in your province, please organize and be the teacher and the master of this meditation. We want to spread these noble benefits to all over the world. My dear friend, help me. Let's learn this meditation and be the teacher of this meditation and master of this meditation. My dear friend, I request you, please organize new and new camps in various parts of this world. And please subscribe my channel on YouTube. Thank you very much. Love you very much.